Jordan Peele is a 42-year-old American director well known for his horror films Get Out, released in 2017, and Us, which released in 2019.
But before he made his debut as a filmmaker, Peele was a comedic actor on Mad TV in the early 2000s, where he then moved on to Comedy Central and had his own show called Key & Peele with Keegan-Michael Key, which first aired in January 2012.
However, whilst acting in Key & Peele, Peele was writing the script for Get Out and realised that he needed the director. So he therefore decided to direct himself, which brought us the genre-defining film that is Get Out. Today we're looking at how does Jordan Peele use spectacle cinema to raise awareness of social racism in the United States through the films Get Out and Us.
Get Out is Peele's directing debut and does not disappoint fans of the horror genre one bit by winning Best Original Screenplay at the 2018 Academy Awards, along with being nominated for Best Picture, Best Director and Best Actor.
The film also received 98% from Rotten Tomatoes and a 7.7 out of 10 from IMDb, showing that Peele's directing quality was there for everyone to see.
Get Out is a horror thriller about a young black man who is meeting his white girlfriend's parents for the first time on a weekend getaway to their house, where we see that the girlfriend's parents and brother are almost too accommodating, which eventually leads to disturbing discoveries about the family. In horror films in past times, when black men have appeared, they appeared as minor characters and based off one-dimensional stereotypes. However, Get Out is the complete opposite of this stereotype, as the main character Chris embodies a new complexity, as he is portrayed as vulnerable, interdependent, intelligent, and non-violent. This is an opposite of a usual black character in a horror film, and therefore we see Peele flip the script that has become unfortunately moulded into the genre.
Instead, he makes the white family the antagonists through their subtle racism, and we see what their plan is for Chris in the third act of the film.
We learn in the third act that the family's house workers are both black, however have had their body taken over by the brain of a family member, as the family claim they want to make the best use of black people's genetics, which shows that blacks are no longer slaves, but Georgina the maid and Walter the groundsman are still economically enslaved servants to the white family. Therefore, the reason that Chris is at the house is so the family can make use of his body's genetics that he was given. This is Peele showing social racism in spectacle cinema through emphasising the constant conversation about how some people are better than others in some respects purely because of the colour of their skin. However, black people are also disadvantaged and targeted due to the colour of their skin, which is shown in the first act of the film when Chris is asked for his driving licence by a police officer when his girlfriend, who was driving, was not asked for hers. This is Peele portraying to the audience how the American police have a reputation of being racist and are not supported by the public, but are scared instead.
The multiple cases of racism in Get Out are also evident in Peele's second film, Us.
Peele's second film, Us, released in 2019, is another horror film following the success of Get Out, with Peele winning Best Director at the Academy of Science Fiction, Fantasy and Horror Films USA, along with the film being nominated for Best Horror Film. The film also receives a 93% rating from Rotten Tomatoes and a 6.8 out of 10 rating from IMDb, which shows that Peele's high quality of filmmaking was still there.
Us is once again a horror thriller, however this time we're focused on a black family who are on a summer getaway.
The first night, they are confronted by the doppelgangers who want to eradicate the family and take over as the only versions of that person, which is the same for everyone in the United States. In the film, we see that the doppelgangers live in underground tunnels and wear all red jumpsuits, which some have said have the reputation of Michael Jackson's Thriller outfit, whereas some believe it signifies the prison industrial complex, as jumpsuits become free-floating signifiers of horror. The doppelgangers are called the Tethered, and in an article by Ryan Pohl in 2019, he states that Us urges audiences to untether themselves from the mass-mediated postmodernism machine that gives us history, while simultaneously keeping us in the dark about the repressed underground history that implicates us all. This is Peele emphasising to the audience the social racism that exists in the USA today, with all these hidden meanings within the film to show the audience that just like these implications of social racism are hidden within the film, it is so often hidden in society and the world can become blinded to it.
And it isn't just Peele's films where this message is made clear. In 2018, the film The Hate U Give came out, which shows the problems that a black teenager has to go through when living in a predominantly white environment.
In the film, we see the parents of the girl give her a talk about how to act in front of law enforcement, as it can be a matter of life or death. A year prior to The Hate U Give being released, we saw the way black people are treated by police in Peele's Get Out, which clearly stresses something needs to change with the way black people are treated by the authorities in the US.
To conclude, we see that Peele had a clear mission with his films, which was to raise awareness of social racism in America by using spectacle cinema. It is important that audiences see the messages that are embedded in these films so they can take the step to make a change in society and make a world that is rid of social racism.